Catherine, and I've been here for 15 years.
I'm Brock, her husband, and today we're going to talk about Penonome.
Hi, my name is Olga. I've been living in Penonome for more than 10 years, and all I can say about Penonome is wonderful.
This is a typical Panamanian town. A little larger than most. It happens to be the area where all the local Panamanians would shop instead of going all the way to Panama City. Panama City is much larger. It is the business central hub. We are the central hub for the local people here. It has more of a Panamanian atmosphere. It is not a large group of North Americans. They do live interspersed with the community, but it is not a expat concentrated area.
Many people has come to live in Penonome because it's the closest modern area with shopping malls and neighborhoods for people who are working in the mining projects or who are suppliers for the mining project. Also, Penonome is the capital city of the province of Cocle. Therefore, there are a lot of public institutions in place. You don't even need to go to Panama City if you're making any paperwork. You also can get a passport here, for example.
It's also a policing town. There happens to be a very large central policing area here with both the traffic police, DGI, the more elevated criminal police, and it is a base for their whole operation in the area because it is the central area. At this time, the government is investing a lot of money in putting in a state-of-the-art new hospital just on the outskirts of Penonome. Modern hospital, fully equipped and fully manned, and they expect to be open by the end of the year, functioning and ready to go as the premier medical facility in the interior.
In Penonome, we can find two large malls and one that is in construction right now. There is the Boulevard Mall and La Sorpresa and La Iguana Mall. You can find El Rey, El Machetazo, Super Carnes, Super Extra, and Super 99. So those are the largest chains in the whole Panama.
I find also personally that groceries in Penonome are a lot less expensive than they are in other expat areas.
There have been cases in the past when new stores have opened and they have actually cleared the other major stores out. The other stores had to lower their prices to be competitive or go out of business because there literally was nobody in the other stores. So the general populace here dictate the prices lower than other places here in Panama.
It's important to say that in the north area of Penonome, there are also local producers. They bring also their products every morning to the public market area and they sell it. That may include fruits such as bananas, vegetables such as carrots, onions, etc. So you will consume fresh food every day.
You don't see crime. It is very, very negligible. You occasionally hear of somebody being picked up on the highway, carrying drugs, trying to transport them, but there is no weekly shootings. There's no people that are coming up in the local news as being shot today or robbed or anything like that. It is not a violent or a aggressive society at all. It's very comfortable.
If you want to live in a place like this, where you can get involved into the culture of the Panamanian, this is the perfect fit for you. In here, there are a lot of activities that you can also participate in if you want to create or maintain human relationships. Cultural activities, religious activities, also music, painting. There's a festival, you've been there?
See?
Arte en el Parque, it's like art in the park that is held every year in the main park of Penonome. Many people comes to buy paintings that are made by local painters or Panamanian painters all over the country. That's one of the examples of activities you can come and see in Penonome. Also, people in Penonome are very friendly. If you want a place where you can talk to people, even if your language is different, this is a perfect place to learn the language.
Another thing that's nice in this area is the availability of sports, because they have baseball and soccer games, teams around, and they're very competitive. And they come from all over Panama, and they have games weekly. There are expats from a lot of the beach type communities that actually come to Penonome. There's a lot of people looking from outside of Panama, agents and people that are looking for new talent, and they are traveling throughout this area, looking at these young kids coming up through sports.
Housing in Penonome is cheaper than in other areas near the beaches. Usually you can get to rent a house with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, or 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms for approximately a price range in between $600 and $800 a month. A fenced house, furnished. It might include cable TV, Wi-Fi, but it usually doesn't include bills such as, or utilities such as electricity. And if you want to add other services, you have to pay it on yourself. But that's basically what a Penonome typical 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, or 2 bathrooms house would cost you. There are around 5 private schools in Penonome. 2 of them are bilingual schools, English and Spanish, and the rest are Spanish as the main language, but they also teach English every day of the week. So you have a lot to choose from. Many people from other towns nearby, like Anton, Rio Haro, or even Agua Dulce, that are 30 minutes away, come or send their children to study in Penonome.
If you're coming to Penonome, you have a large number of hotels available. They range starting with the Hotel Coquelet, which is probably the newest, all the way through Dos Continents, La Parada. These are all economical places to stay for a short period of time with close vicinity to all your amenities, everything.
Brock and I usually have lunch a lot of times in the restaurant at the Hotel Coquelet. They're wonderful servers. It's very North American feel inside. You can get a clubhouse. You can get a Caesar salad with bacon on it, a cappuccino, breakfast. A lot of people in our area go there for breakfast. It's a very North American breakfast, toast and eggs and actually bacon. So we recommend anybody to stay at the Hotel Coquelet.
We actually eat at about 5 or 6 different restaurants depending on what we are interested in eating. They have some very, very good Chinese food restaurants, and Dim Sum is one of the best. We have our roadhouses where there is a restaurant called Pitt's that is very, very well attended.
And it's just like a North American roadhouse. Like you wouldn't.
Burger
there's a pool
and fries.
Table, you get burger and fries.
Sports on the TVs.
You can go upstairs to the 2nd floor and eat outside.
We have all the fast food restaurants that are out there. The Subways, McDonald's, KFC's, pizza places, everything
We have
from
Papa John's Pizza.
Papa John's, Domino's.
If you come from Panama City, there is the right side of the highway, which is the old town of Penonome. And on the other side, the left side, is mostly the new town of Penonome, where more housing development has been taking place. If you take the old side of Penonome, you will see the Juan Demóstenes Arosemena Avenue that features the main street, where locals usually go buying groceries or clothing, because most of the stores that you find there were the ones that were there since the beginning of the of the commercial part of the town. And then if you go straight all the way down that street, you will find the Mother's Park. In here we call it El Parque de la Madre. There is a monument of a woman holding a baby, and there is a piece of poetry in there talking about mother's love. You will find a town hall building that maybe dates from the 18th, I would say, century.
See?
Just down the street, you will see the cathedral. In front of the cathedral, there's the main park, December 8th Park, which is the date we Panamanians celebrate Mother's Day. That park, it's surrounded by old buildings that date also from the 18th century, and most of them were designed by one architect. You have a mix of French and Spanish architecture in that area, and there's a big museum. We call it big because it's 3 houses in a row that were donated by Penonome's families living in that area to the cultural group of Penonome. And in there you can see pottery from the indigenous people living here when the Spaniards came. Also, you will find samples of artifacts and instruments they use in their houses before the Spaniards came. Their life changed completely when the Spaniards came and colonized this area. Penonome people celebrate Carnival because here Carnival is taken very seriously. Those are 4 days of fun, throwing water to the crowd. There are princesses representing different neighborhoods. There are parades at night, music, live music, and also in big speakers. People here like singing, dancing, and as they take it very seriously, these are the days where the old quarter of Penonome are actually the most crowded. Most families living in Panama City or in other areas of Panama come to Penonome to enjoy it because Penonome is very safe.
In this particular little town, we do invite everybody to come to Panama and check out to see if it's what they want. We do suggest that everybody that comes this way take a tour through possibly Jackie Lang, Panama Relocation Tours, getting her guide and visiting with some of us that do private tours, and understand the area before you actually decide. That way you can make a correct decision. It's very difficult to make decisions off of the internet. Please come and visit us.
See you in Panama.